with Brandon Howard, who is a personal trainer here at Baptist Health Milestone Wellness Center. Now, Brandon, I know that like nutrition is so important to your overall health, but reading labels can be confusing and kind of tricky, but you're here to kind of guide us with that today.
Yes, I am. Nutrition labels are tricky, I think, on purpose, but that's a topic for a whole nother day.
Especially for serving sizes where I'm like,
yes.
So what are the main things that we need to kind of like be mindful of and kind of look for when we're reading labels?
So the first thing you want to look at when you're actually looking at a label is how many calories there are in a serving and what a serving actually is. So one package is not one serving.
I wish it was.
We wish it was.
Yeah.
I wish it was. But it's not the case. So we really have to understand what that is. Then, of course, you're going to look at some of your macronutrients, how much protein something has, how much fat something has, how many carbs something has. And then I like to follow up with looking at the sodium, because sodium intake is important for heart health as well.
Absolutely. And when we are looking at like ingredients and looking at labels, what are some things that we might not think of but we need to kind of avoid?
Well, you're looking at trans fats. Now, they have been recently banned, but you may still find some foods that still have them in there. Those are fats that raise your LDL, which is sometimes your bad cholesterol, and lower your HDL, which is your good cholesterol. So that's kind of a double whammy right there. You want to avoid foods that have trans fats in them. Now, something else you want to take a look at is you want to look at the different names of sugar. Right, so they trick you. So it's not just called sugar. You look at cane sugar or beet sugar, things that sound more healthy than they really are. And then one other thing you want to look at are sugar alcohols, things that they're not sugar and they're not alcohols. They're meant to reduce the calories that are in a particular food. But one of the downfalls of that is that it can produce some bloating and some gastrointestinal discomfort there. And those are like erythritol. So if it ends with an OL, then you may have a sugar alcohol. You may want to watch out for some of those things.
Yeah, because no one wants to feel weighed down or anything by what you're eating. Okay,
exactly.
And you're a personal trainer, but education and learning about all this stuff is a big part of what you do for your clients.
Exactly. I've even started a new program called Kickstart where we're actually doing nutrition labeling in the next couple of weeks. So it's an ongoing program that I'm hoping to have here at Milestone. You don't have to be a member to participate in it, but we really want to teach people the basics of nutrition so they can wade through some of this on-purpose tricky stuff.
Right, and that's the thing too, is you kind of have to be a little bit of a scientist and a mathematician, right? I mean, really, you're going to teach people how to, like basically know what you're actually eating.
Yes.
It's so important.
Yes, and one other tip and trick that I use when I'm looking at foods, I call it the 4-4-9. All right, so remember that 4, 4, and 9. Each gram of protein is 4 calories. Each gram of carbs, 4 calories. Each gram of fat is 9 calories. So when you're looking at some of your foods, if something, for instance, this mahi burger here that's supposedly high in protein, if it's supposed to be high in protein, we can look at 4 times 9 or 15, and that's 60 grams of 60 grams or 60 calories of protein. It's 110 calories total, so a little over half of that is protein, which is not a bad thing right there. So you do have to do a little bit of math, but I like using the 4-4-9 kind of method to kind of go through it.
That's good to remember, and I bet that so many of your clients have, after learning this stuff from you, have realized, like, I can't believe I was like eating that, right? Like it's kind of eye-opening, like shocking.
It really is, because you're like, oh, this is supposed to be healthy because it says it's healthy on the front part of it, but when you really get down and you dig into it and look at it, it's like, oh, that's why I wasn't able to lose it. Once that's removed or substituted for something else, done.
Fantastic. Brandon, thank you so much for like giving us an education today, because I think
welcome.
I definitely use this. But of course, you can go to BaptistMilestone.com to learn about everything, all the classes.
Yes.
You hang out with Brandon. He could be your personal trainer.
I could.
Yeah. From Baptist Health Milestone Wellness Center, I'm Joanne Dixon.